In this edition of Artifacts, Heartbeat to Heartbeat, Eye to Eye from Reno with Love.
People are responding to it in a way that I don't think we really even realized would happen.
Take a tour of Reno's iconic Riverside Artist Lofts.
A space like this, that is a live workspace, creates a community of artists so that we all have access to each other.
And storytelling through movement.
I think it's nice for others to know about other cultures, and I think if they learn about ours, they would really enjoy learning more about it.
It's all ahead on this edition of Artifacts.
Funding for Artifacts is made possible by Sandy Raffelli, the June S. Wisham Estate, Carol Frank Buck, Merrill and Lebo Newman, Heidi Marie Rockland, Meg and Dillard Myers, the annual contributions of PBS Reno members, and by
Hello, I'm Beth Macmillan and welcome to Artifacts. In our featured segment, we go behind the scenes for the making of Heartbeat to Heartbeat, Eye to Eye from Reno with Love, a song and music video featuring over 50 members of Reno's performing arts community that carries a message of hope and unity for our biggest little city.
Heartbeat to Heartbeat, Eye to Eye from Reno with Love is a song and video production that we created here in town at the direction of Mayor Sheevy. It's basically in conjunction with a nationwide project of city songs.
We were selected along with Nashville, Austin, Chicago, some really great cities, obviously, that come from a lot of arts and culture movements. And so I just knew that Reno could step it up and knock it out of the park.
Reno's arts and culture scene is vibrant, and it is actually quite a large arts and culture scene. Whether you're a rapper, a violinist, a pop artist, or you do Americana or folk, you have a place in not only this community, but in the arts and culture scene. And that's really the backdrop of what makes this video so exciting and what made this project so relevant to so many.
I thought about it and I said, this is something that I wouldn't want to pass up. It just sounded like an incredible opportunity for me to work with these musicians who I follow, some of them I've sang with, and to just be a part of this huge thing where we are presenting hope and, love to the community. And I was honored to be a part of it.
As an artist, when you undertake a project, whether it's a solo project or you're producing, a pretty major production like this, of course, we want people to like what it is we're doing, but at the same time, you can't let that be your goalpost for creation. You have to actually create from a place of authenticity.
It's a long road, but we're gonna.
In March, our lives sort of changed forever, and we really wanted a message to show people not only across the country, but across the world that, arts and culture is still very much alive, and we can be inspired by it, even though we're in this time where we're separated and things are very different and even stressful. And so this project really is something that is meant to inspire you and make you want to come together as a community. And so many of our artists right now are struggling because they are out of work. COVID has really changed how we operate daily, and especially for our artists. So to have this opportunity to bring them back together as one was really inspiring.
The scale of this collaboration is impressive because it brings together not only 53 artists from diverse backgrounds and cultural and musical backgrounds, but it also brought together the city of Reno, the Reno Phil, and Art Town all together to do something that helps propel, promote, and support the local arts community during this most critical time. Eric and I, we go back a ways. We've worked on a number of projects together, and he gave me a call and said that he had this amazing project. He was commissioned to help write this song, and he needed a music video. He originally, when he contacted me, told me that he was going to be collaborating with a lot of musicians. I kind of assumed, maybe 15, 20 musicians. At the end of this, when he was all done recorded, he had about 50 plus artists involved in this music video. So it got very large.
Getting that many artists together in such a short period of time is unbelievable. We all have different schedules, we're creative, we don't really show up on time, and for him to be able to make that happen in the time period that he did, I am in awe.
We ended up filming the majority of the artists in different scenarios, different scenes, and so it was a really collaborative, fun project to be a part of, and it brought out some of Reno's finest musicians.
It's really shown the diversity of our city and the different depths of talent. We had the Native American dancers, and then you have, rap in there, and then you have beautiful symphony. I was just in awe of the inspiration and the feeling that you get when you watch it, from the lighting to the sounds to the music to all of the people that participated, to the diversity, to all the scenes throughout our city.
People message me and say, I'm having a bad day, I put on Heartbeat to Heartbeat, and it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel hopeful. It makes me think about being connected to you. And I think that's what we wanted to do through that song. We wanted everybody to know that the creatives in Reno are here for you. We can't be there for you at the bar or at the restaurant where we play or sing, but we wanted to put something out there to let them know that we're still here, writing music, singing music that will lift them up.
One of my biggest hopes is that when people watch this video, that they are inspired to give back to our arts community. They've been so impacted by this pandemic.
We thought it would be a great thing to do to provide a fund that would help the base needs of these artists who have been so affected by the pandemic. And 100% of the monies raised from t-shirt sales and also from downloads of the song and from streaming revenue go to the artists themselves. Plus, there's the fund itself, and people have been very generous in contributing to that, and 100% of those proceeds go to the performing arts community.
It absolutely blew my wildest expectations out of the water. And that's a testament to just the cooperation and the enthusiasm of all the artists.
People are responding to it in a way that I don't think we really even realized would happen.
When I watched it, I just felt this sense of incredible pride, and all the artists throughout our city that came together in a time when we all need to be inspired. Now more than ever, when things are really challenging and tough and we can feel so disconnected right now, this video really spoke volumes to who we are as a community and why we do come together in times of need.
And now we are pleased to present to you Heartbeat to Heartbeat, Eye to Eye from Reno with Love.
Could it be that the world is falling apart in front of our eyes? Is there anywhere that we can turn for the truth?
When all any of us want is to be loved, to be seen and understood,
To be part of a solution, a new revolution.
stand strong now together, we're gonna survive.
course correct. As if fighting our way out of the cocoon. It's a call to action and love to change our ways for good. To embrace our birth pains and new evolution.
To beat eye to eye, no time to lie. When in the streets I can die. Get it right, time to fight now. Understand the whys, see through my eyes and check the perspective. My point of view is not just elective. Got an open mind, give sight to the blind and hidden truths of what we're likely to find. Need empathy to be kind and grow. Be in the know before we sow, and we'll reap the fruits of our labor, but the process is slow.
We're strong now together, we're gonna survive. This is our moment, let's get it right. It's a long road out ahead of us, but we're gonna reach this divide. Heartbeat to heartbeat, brothers and sisters rise above. One voice, one people, we are love. It's a long road out ahead of us, but we're gonna reach this divide. Heartbeat to heartbeat,
This love won't let us down.
heartbeat to heartbeat,
Let the city hear this sound.
heartbeat to heartbeat. Heartbeat to heartbeat, eye to eye.
For a full list of those involved in this production and to learn more about the From Reno with Love project, please visit arttown.org. Now let's take a look at this week's art quiz. How many local artists performed in the song Heartbeat to Heartbeat, Eye to Eye from Reno with Love? Is the answer A, 42, B, 100, C, 25, or D, 53? And the answer is D, 53. For over 17 years, the iconic Riverside Artist Lofts in downtown Reno have provided an affordable live-work space for local artists. Let's meet some of the residents and learn how this creative hub acts as an incubator for many of the talented artists that bring vitality to our community.
The Riverside Artist Lofts are a wonderful, visionary place for artists to live and do their work. They're called live workspaces, and we see this being built all over the country. Art Space out of Minneapolis, along with Sierra Arts Foundation and the City of Reno, went into partnership to create this historic building into live workspaces for practicing artists.
The address is the old Riverside Hotel, which was a divorce hotel. And so there's a lot of history here. People would come here to live while they waited for the residency period to pass, and they could get divorced. And the legends, they'd throw their wedding rings into the Truckee River. But now it is a subsidized rental units for artists.
So they're combined apartments that serve also as studio space for writers, musicians, visual artists, performing artists.
My artistic medium is the body. My work is in dance and movement. I am interested in investigating the relationship of the human body to empathy and the technology that we come into the world with: imagination, intuition, cognition, reasoning, imagination with a responsive soul. Usually, an artist has to go out and find spaces to do his or her work, but to have a place where you both live that is affordable and accommodates the kind of space that artists need to do their work all in one place is an important progressive movement for us.
I am a lens-based artist, so I do mostly photography and video. Lately, I have been experimenting with digital transfers, and it's like doing an emulsion transfer from traditional photography where you remove the emulsion from the print. You can put it onto pretty much any surface that you want to. So acrylic, metal, wood, paper.
As a plein air artist, the studio space is where I refine and rethink the ideas that I get in the field when I'm out there just learning. What I'm doing in the studio right now is reliving an awesome experience I had in the field last week where I went on a hike and there were herds of antelope, herds of wild horses, herds of mule deer, hawks flying overhead. I couldn't believe it. So I realized I gotta paint this.
A space like this, that is a live workspace, creates a community of artists so that we all have access to each other, which I think is really important. Oftentimes you'll have artists, isolated, doing their own things, not really in conversation with each other. So I think it allows people to see what other people are working on and then work together.
You can run into another artist in a lobby and you just start randomly chatting. And before you know it, you're in that person's loft looking at their latest artwork and doing an informal critique, and then maybe you come back inspired because his or her work is different than yours.
We're kind of a contained communal environment, and that is a kind of setting from which strong, important work can grow.
I think it's an incubator. I think that if an artist has an affordable place to live that's beautiful and stable, they're going to be more likely to stay put and make an investment in the community.
They have an affordable studio space and living space where they are supported to make their work and don't feel like they have to leave to go somewhere else to make a living.
I didn't choose this as a career, it chose me. The stability that living in this artist loft has afforded me the opportunity to get a lot of work done and sold and out.
To learn more about the Riverside, visit theriversideartistlofts.com. From therapeutic dance to dancing that tells a story, Reno's own Ballet Folklorico Flor de Castilla does just that with every step. The organization is filled with members of all ages and skill levels. When they get together to perform, the culture of Mexico comes alive through the costumes, the choreography, and the music.
Ballet Folclórico Flor de Castilla is a group of dancers of all ages. We're based here in Reno. Our dances represent and celebrate the Mexican culture. Ballet Folclórico is a dance that originated in Mexico. The choreography comes from different dance styles from different states of Mexico. In Veracruz, there's a large Spanish influence. Women wear white lace dresses. They do resemble wedding dresses, and the dances are influenced by flamenco steps. In Nuevo León, Tejano music is very popular. They have a Western approach to their attire, and their dance style is a little bit more polka influence from German settlers. In the state of Jalisco, the men wear sombreros and traditional charro suits. The women wear beautiful, bright colored dresses. Jalisco is also the birthplace of mariachi music. Those songs are very lively, upbeat, pretty fast-paced, and they're just super energetic and fun to dance to.
There were certain areas in Mexico where they weren't allowed to talk to men, so dancing was their way of communicating and kind of interacting with each other.
Many of the dresses used in dances throughout Mexico are very full with lots of ribbons. They're very heavy, about 25 to 30 pounds each, so our arms get very tired from dancing. Sometimes when you take pictures of us dancing, it's almost a painting because the colors are so vibrant. They're very beautiful, lots of work and stitching goes into making those dresses.
Most of our costumes we actually like to bring from Mexico. When it comes to alterations, my mom's the one that does them. My mom got me involved in Ballet Folclórico back when I was 3.
I was, I want to say almost 7 when I started dancing.
I've been dancing since I was 8 months old. As soon as I started walking, I started dancing. So I've been doing this for 20-some years now.
We do have several different dancers, different abilities. We practice Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We have our youngest dancers. They're about 6 to 8 years old. And then we also have intermediate dancers, and they are a little bit older, about 11 to 14. And we just started a beginner adult class, which is nice. It's grown. We've had a lot of interest. And then we do have an advanced group of teenagers to adults.
I teach the intermediate/adults and my adults beginners class. Everybody likes to think it's pretty easy. It's actually a lot of hard work. It's a lot of cardio, a lot of footwork, a lot of hand-eye coordination. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It seems easy, and then you try to learn the steps, and they're pretty crazy. The older kids, they put a lot of effort into it. My little ones put a lot of effort into it. Teaching the little ones is fun. They like to giggle a lot. They keep you entertained. They love to be able to dance. They love the fact that they get to wear makeup. That's their favorite part.
The girls, they just love the skirts. They're so big and they're twirly. So I think they have a really good time, and I know they get very excited once we perform. You can just see their looks on their faces, they're very proud. I always love to learn about different cultures. Most importantly, Hispanic culture, of course, is very dear to my heart. My kids also dance, ages 13 and 7. I think it's important to pass tradition, culture to my children, and hopefully they will pass on to their children. And it is just so wonderful to have my kids dancing with me. And I think it's nice for others to know about other cultures, and it's so nice to share your culture with the community.
To learn more about Ballet Folclórico Flor de Castilla, check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/Ballet Folklorico Flor de Castilla. And that wraps it up for this edition of Artifacts. For more arts and culture and to watch past episodes, visit pbsreno.org/artifacts. Until next week, I'm Beth Macmillan. Thanks for watching.
Funding for Artifacts is made possible by Sandy Raffelli, the June S. Wisham Estate, Carol Frank Buck, Merrill and Lebo Newman, Heidi Marie Rockland, Meg and Dillard Myers. The annual contributions of PBS Reno members, and by